Welcome back to News and Views with myself, Sister Nafeesa Dangor, filling in for Brother Inayat Wadi. And it's definitely a morning of wanting to actually educate you and bring to plight the things that are happening around us. And talking about plights, we have two interesting guests with us this morning. Dr. Tapiwa Chitiyo, a regenerative rehabilitation therapy for neurodevelopment and neurological conditions, and Zaid Batash, and they're from the South African Child and Adult Development Therapeutic and Learning Center, caring for the children with disabilities. And I think it's a very important topic. A very good morning, and thank you so much for joining us here in the studio on News and Views this morning. And I think a lot of the times, the prevalence of children with special needs in Africa, not just in South Africa, I don't think there's not enough light shed on that particular matter. What is your take on that, coming from the situation that you're in?
Yes, thank you very much for having us, for hosting us today. And yes, responding to the question, I would agree to that a lot of children with special needs, not only in South Africa, but across Africa, they are not getting enough attention they require. Enough attention in terms of services like healthcare facilities, accessibility, education, and in many platforms, you'd find out that the children with special needs are not given much attention they require so that they can improve and as well be independent in their lives.
Working in that type of field and environment, what do you think is the most important thing that people need to know that these kids are actually needing? And I would say, I mean, looking at it, when I interacted with another company, a set of brothers in a community doing, just a normal soccer match between people with disabilities and normal people, what would you say is their biggest plight? To me, I'd say communication.
Doctor, I'll leave that one.
Yeah, so I would say that communication is very important. I would say that the communities, they need to know that these children, they can amount to a lot of things. They can contribute to our communities. It's just a matter of services that you, given appropriate and adequate services they require, they can be something else. They can contribute to our economies, our societies. And with the services that we are providing, we are trying to prove that if you work on the children with special needs, taking out that belief that children with special needs they think that cannot amount to anything because they are crippled, they can't speak, they can't do anything. But we are sending a message that it's possible to rehabilitate our children. It's possible to bring back the hope in the families that have children with special needs. And I think it's a mission, and it's accomplished. We can accomplish it together.
Would you agree with me? I mean, a lot of the times you find that families that have kids with disabilities, or even adults themselves, they cocoon from the world.
They
cocoon from society. There's no normal sort of life of interaction with them. They find themselves in a situation where they're living that life just by themselves. There's no social interaction. There's no social support. When they do integrate themselves into society, it's very difficult because people don't understand them, and they don't understand how to communicate.
Yes, they do that. Yes, lots of family, they do that. But actually, they can contribute a lot to the community.
Yeah, and Doc, you were talking about, trying to attain what it is that their potentials are, and helping them with that, and helping them get out there. And it's so nice because, post-COVID, pre-COVID, going to some of the corporate stores and the stores out in the malls, it was so nice to see that they were actually starting to integrate these people with disabilities into their system of work.
Yes, I would say that the awareness is being done, and most of the companies, corporates, they are now getting to understand that, look, we need to do something. There is this population that really needs our attention. And you'd find out that the way we are doing it, to do going to malls, shops, corporates, so that they understand as well. And I think the word is being spread there. And as well, thank you for this platform as well. I think it's one of the platforms that can as well assist us to send the word that, look, we really need to integrate our children and our people with special needs so that as well we can benefit from them and they can benefit from us.
I'm glad that you spoke about that, because Islam leaders, that's the whole idea. We're humanitarian journalism. For us, I think the importance is to be able to help humanity. And when we see people in situations like this, we find it imperative to be able to go out there and create the awareness that these types of people can also be integrated, not just into society, but into the workplace as well. And just like you said, that it's having to determine the types of potentials they have and where to fit them in. And what is it that you do at the Rehabilitation Center to be able to help them in that particular way?
Yeah.
So with regards to that, we start doing assessments. So everything starts by assessments to identify the potentials, to identify the difficulties that an individual is facing. So usually our rehabilitation procedures, they start from the age of 3 years when a child is diagnosed with a certain condition, might be autism, cerebral palsy, it might be learning disability and all. So with that, then once we do the assessments, we identify and we do the problem list. And from the problem list, that's when we do an intervention plan where we see what should we do with this child. If it's speech, then we introduce to speech therapist, occupational therapist, physiotherapist, and all other therapies that can help the child or that can help an individual to attain their regeneration of the brain or to attain their maximum independence. Then from there, if it's a child that needs school now, we do school assessments. If it's an individual that needs to go back to work after an accident, after a spinal cord injury, because we define those conditions, spinal cord injuries, traumatic brain injuries, as well special needs conditions, because once you reach that level, you are now a special needs person. You need to be attended. You need assistance. So with that, we do as well assessments, and we do work assessments to see with what have you been doing before and what can you do afterwards. Then from there,
I have a message, and it's from Sister Nafeesa Dangor, and she says it is possible, yes, but most schools' therapy and treatment for these kids is unbelievably expensive. But we're going to get back to that question shortly. We're going to go for a quick break.
Secure your very own copy of the Africa Muslims Agency 2021 Secular Islamic Calendar for just 70 Rand. This calendar has Salah times, the days of Ramadan, and essential Islamic information with a unique front cover, perfect for framing. Contact Africa Muslims Agency to secure your calendar. Call 011 834 8685. Africa Muslims Agency, inspiring the spirit of giving.
Enduran Boys College is an independent boarding and day school situated on the N1 highway in Polokwane. We encourage intellectual and emotional development through a holistic learning environment. We follow the NCS CAPS curriculum and house boys from grade 6 to 12. We have boarding facilities also available from grade 6 to 12. Enduran Colleges aspires towards being a premier institution of learning by offering quality and value-based education that aims to serve humanity. Enduran College is safe haven and a home away from home. It's registered with the Department of Education and Umalusi accredited. For more information, contact us on 078 452 6264. Or follow us on Facebook or Instagram, or email us on polokwane@endurancolleges.co.za.
Fabric Direct, now open at 224 Brickfield Road, Overport, Durban, offering you a variety of dress fabrics, curtaining, upholstery, wallpaper, and deco. Fabric Direct, quality, price, and a range that speaks for itself. 224 Brickfield Road, Overport, Durban. Fabric Direct, definitely worth a visit.
Shimmer, sparkle, captivate. Nothing less than a masterpiece. Droplets of gold inspires precious design. Platinum bursts with intricate freshness. And every pure diamond becomes more than just a girl's best friend. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, where timeless dreams become a reality. Come to us. We tailor-make designer gold, platinum, and diamond jewelry. Trade in or remodel your old gold. Clad yourself with classy name-branded watches. We offer insurance valuation and free zakat calculation. Visit us at 534 Ridge Road, Overport, or call 031 208 9142. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, manufacturers of fine gold and diamond jewelry.
Listen to something fresh. Listen to Salam Media, your humanitarian broadcaster.
Welcome back. And before we left, we were, of course, talking to Dr. Tapiwa Chitiyo and Zaid Batash from South African Child and Adult Development Therapeutic and Learning Center, caring for children with disabilities. And there's many issues as far as that goes. And we've gotten two messages. The one is from Sister Nafeesa Dangor saying, it is possible, but most schools' therapy and treatment for these kids is unbelievably expensive. I think the same sentiment from Sister Yasmin Peterson saying, yes, it is, hey, and the equipment is so expensive. Let's talk a little bit about that, Doc. You know, a lot of parents that are in this situation, depending, of course, on the type of disability, are finding themselves, quite strained financially. Let's talk about what it is that you offer.
So what's happening is, I agree to that. These therapies, the treatments, they are very, very expensive. But as an organization, we are advocating to put up our business plan as an NPO, a non-profit making organization, where at least we try to reach out to parents, to try to reach out to organizations, to donate some funds to assist us, to partner with us, so that we can as well help the children that are in need and do not have funds for that. So as an organization, we are not only offering services, we are advocating as well for financial assistance. We are here to ask and to seek to the listeners on the platform if they can partner with us to assist us as well, so that we can help these children. And on the other hand as well, we are training the parents as well, the parents who have time to be trained as well, to be able to give therapies to their children and not necessarily to go out and seek for the therapies.
Right. So basically what is happening is you literally filling that gap and offering that service to the parents. But
Yes.
it also comes with the fact that you need that help as well. It's a mutual relationship.
Yes.
So I think having to get people to buy into you and support you in some way is going to help you, because then you'd be able to reach out to those parents that, of course, have that affordability problem when it comes to this particular situation. Brother Zaid, what does
Yes.
it mean for you having to be involved in such a phenomenal project? I would say it is, because the thing is, a lot of the times people like this are actually, kind of forgotten about in some way.
True. When you help the kids like that, it means a lot to me, and it should be for everyone. This is a part in life we have to take, and it's a lots of joy when you see the smile on those kids, on whatever you can contribute to them, if from anyhow, any case, whatever you can do for them. This is from my side how I feel about it.
Has it given you some fulfillment and joy?
A lot,
It's
joy.
you know, when you uplift people,
Yes, yes.
I think that contentment you don't get
Yes.
anywhere else.
Actually, it's a joy you cannot describe it.
Yes.
From peaceful in your heart.
Yes.
That's the way how it is.
Wow.
Thank you.
Doc, from your side, how important do you think it is for people to understand? Because, as I was saying earlier, there's this very big situation going on at this moment in time. And I think we need to try and bridge the gap, is where you find people that are, in this particular situation with disabilities are literally cocooned from society.
Yes.
How do you intend bridging that gap so that people can understand each other better? A lot of the times, I think when you're interacting and you watch,
Yes.
I have been from another NPO side,
Yes.
watching the situation where you see a normal person and a person with a disability trying to communicate.
Yes.
I don't think that understanding level is there. So how would you say we should try and bridge that gap?
So there are a lot of ways that we are trying to implement as an organization, because everything, it starts from the legislation itself, from the ministries itself, to accept the people and to provide adequate facilities, adequate ways that can cater for the children and people with special needs in a way that when the legislation is there and supports fully, the community will actually take that. For example, the legislation for companies that they are going to be given a tax relief if they employ someone with special needs or a special treat if they do that. Those are the legislations that we are trying to advocate for, so that our children or our people cannot be cocooned and they can be integrated into the community.
But that's also where you come in, is because you train them up to that position
Yes.
where they can then integrate themselves in that
Yes.
particular workspace and know
Yes.
exactly how to deal with it.
Yes. So that's another as well perspective that we are looking at, that we prepare our children, we prepare our people with special needs so that they are ready for the communities. Because themselves, if you speak to them, they are afraid of the world. They are afraid because they think that they are not really equipped. They cannot compete into the normal market. And we are there to give them strength, to give them hope. And I believe together as a community, we can do it. We can as well give them hope, give them that strength that they can do it. And it's possible. We have been doing it. I've lived in Dubai for some time, and I've seen it happening. In Dubai, you go there are a lot of children, people with special needs that are being integrated into facilities, major job roles and all. And I believe in our community as well, we can do the same.
And I think it's also about making them understand that they're human beings and they also have a lot of value to themselves.
Exactly.
And I think that's the most important
Exactly.
thing. It's not just us as normal people. People with disabilities have their own value and their own potential that they could actually bring out and give to society as such.
Exactly.
Brother Zaid, what message would you like to leave for our viewers today?
I'd like to tell them anyone can involve in this situation, or like in this organization. They can contribute just to be with them and feel and learn from them. We have to understand them more and more and more. This is the best I can say. So
That's
to be
true.
with them.
That is so true. From your side, Doctor?
I would say that those who can partner with us, please stretch your hands to partner with us. And those parents who have their loved ones with special needs and are looking for assistance, we are here to assist you. And just be in touch with us, and we will assist you accordingly, so that we can create a one world that caters for children and individuals with special needs.
You couldn't have said that better. And there's one thing that I want to leave our viewers with this morning. It's written by Rita Zahara, and it says, one of the greatest things you can do to help others is not just to share and give what you have, but to help them discover what they have within themselves to help themselves. And I think that is so apt for you and your company and for what you're doing. So to all our viewers out there, I hope we've educated you in many directions this afternoon. Do support this cause. It's an unbelievably amazing one, helping those that are having disabilities to be able to get integrated and giving them the value they deserve. I want to thank all our listeners and viewers on the different platforms, Al Ansar in Durban on 90.4 FM, and in Pietermaritzburg on 105.6. And let's not forget One Nation FM. From myself and the team, we wish you a wonderful afternoon, a day going forward, of course. And we look forward to chatting to you tomorrow morning, bringing you some more information, education, and upliftment. From myself and the team, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Have a great one.